Hmm. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody on planet Earth. How are we all today, this afternoon? Good night. Excellent. That's good. That's good. I can hear that roar in the distance of the crowd of people going, yeah, yeah. Oh, Daniel's in. Hello, Daniel. How are you, mate? Good? Very good. So weird if you log in a certain way, you don't have live chat access. Really? How did you log in a certain way? That's strange. Anyway, Hobby Time's in. Hello, Hobby Time. Up there at the top, who's not showing in my StreamYard chat, but you're showing over in my live chat, so it's okay. I know you're there. Atoll is there. Hello, evening to you too. The usual, yes, the usual crowd's here. There's Gary. How are you, buddy? Welcome. They'll be pouring in any second. Yes, they will. I know. Yep, the numbers are going up now. They're all getting their notifications. Drop everything and run. Get to YouTube. Pete's on. That's the way. Skullfish has jumped in. Hey, buddy. Welcome. Hello. Hello. What else we got? I didn't miss anyone. No. Good. Good. I've caught up with chat. That was quick. 9 in now. 8, 9, 10. They're sneaking in the back door. They are. They're coming up the driveway and in through the back door, I'm sure. Wow. My camera's okay. I'm not too sure. When I first came onto the StreamYard, the camera looked a bit fuzzy and it's still not looking 100%. I've got internet problems, okay? And I think I mentioned it last week. My internet speed is going up from 300 megabytes per second upload and download speed to 500, which is fantastic. And the problem is I'm only getting 95. When I run speed check, no matter what time of the day or night or early in the morning, it's always around 93 megabytes per second download and upload speed. I should be on 300. And at the end of this month, it'll click over to the new 500, but it's not making any difference. And the trouble is, when I ring up tech support, I went into and asked them in one of the stores, and they told me to contact tech support and ring. So I have the phone number here. I ring them, and then it comes up with press 2 for other languages because they're speaking Thai. I press 2, and then they babble on in Thai. So I can't speak to anyone in English. So I don't know what the problem is. I've put it on one of the forums up here, that local Chiang Mai expats, asking what the problem could be. I've restarted the modem, right? I've tried that. Makes no difference whatsoever. It's almost like I'm throttled at around 100 megabytes per second. It's never gone over that, very rarely. So I don't know what's wrong. I've just got to find somebody who speaks English from tech support and get through to them somehow and get my speed up, especially before it turns into 500 megabyte per second, because that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, the new speed contract. That's right. And my current account will finish on the 18th, I think it is, of this month, or something like that. The end of this month. But the old speed's not even happening. The 300 megabytes per second is not happening. I run speed test and it's always constantly, and I can show you because I even took screenshots to show them when I went to the store to ask him about it. I was there for another reason, but I went to ask him about it, and there it is there. So you can see that there's my download and upload speeds. See, 90 and 93 upload, which is great compared to Australia. I was only getting 25, right? But you know, I'm paying for what I'm paying for. And what I also took a screenshot of is this. I can show you this, nothing personal info on that, but you'll see on here, there's my speed. That's on my account, my main package. See, 300 by 300. And the next passage, there's definitely a problem with this camera, is going to be 500 by 500. But I'm not getting 300 by 300. So, and this camera is not clear, is it? Surely that should focus better than that. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Ron's there from cold. Yes, it is cold. It is cold. I can show you how cold it is. There it is. World weather, 6 degrees and cloudy in England. Chicago is right on 0. Sydney is nice 22 degrees and sunny. It's 4 in Glasgow. Minus 13 in Winnipeg. It's warming up here, 22 degrees for this time of the morning, 4 a.m. That's up from the usual 17. It's definitely warming up here. Ron, you need to come over for a holiday, right? You need to come over for a holiday. Take a break from the model ship and get over here and warm up. So yeah, I'm just catching up on chat. I don't want to miss anyone. Yes, there we go. Ron, and I saw someone else, James to Boldly Go Modelworks is there. Excellent. And Paul's there saying good morning. We are missing Jeff though. Mr. Jeff Donahue is not there. That's unusual because I saw her. Yeah, that's unusual. And we're all here. That's all good. Good. A bit quiet in numbers today. Eh? We're all keeping warm, snuggled up somewhere. So yeah, it's nice here. It's warming up. It's definitely warming up. The electricity bill will start to go up again as I end up turning on the ceiling fan and probably using the air conditioning into next month a little bit more often. But I will tell you one thing that I'm doing a video about on my other channel, of course, is the electricity cost over here. Okay, so let's do a little comparison to you guys in the United States, the UK and Australia. Okay, I added up my bills for all my electricity now because next week I'll have been here for 12 months, a whole year. So I've got all my bills for electricity and it comes to a massive, you ready for this? My electricity bill for the year, not the month, not the quarter, for the whole 12 months was $246 US. Okay, so let's work that in Aussie dollars. That would be, what's $246 US in Australian dollars?
It's difficult to give you an exact
See this?
for how much 246 US dollars is in Australian dollars
AI.
because the exchange rate constantly changes.
Yeah.
However, I can give you a close estimate. Based on recent exchange rates, 246 US dollars is roughly equivalent to between 380 and 400 Australian dollars.
There we go. I've got this new AI on my phone. It's not as good as the old original one that came with the phone because it doesn't access the internet for current information. But anyway, so 400 Aussie dollars a year for electricity. Pretty good. Video is lagging behind. Is it? Really? Okay. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it. I don't know what's wrong there. Let me just see if I can shut down anything that's going on in the background. I think I have Steam open. I'll shut that down. Exit Steam. It's gone. And what else have I got? Loading bay, I'll remove that. And that's it. There's nothing else I can shut down. So there we go. And Daniel's not getting any lag, so that's good. It's been in the teens and single digits for so long in Maine. I'm having ice particle problems in my heating fuel. Really? Jeez. But yeah, So that's how's that for electricity? Let me get rid of this banner. We don't need that across the bottom. There we go. My video's okay. Good. Yeah, sometimes it's not my end, it's their end. But I'm not going to point any fingers. You know, I'm just saying. So yeah, 400. What's that in Canadian dollars? Actually, I'm interested. What's $246 US in Canadian dollars? We'll get that up. Here we go.
The exchange rate between the US dollar and the Canadian dollar fluctuates.
It's about 330 to 350 Canadian dollars a year for electricity. That's pretty cool. So I'm getting. That's quite a big difference from the US to Canadian dollar, isn't it? Wow, that's almost an extra 100. Yeah. US to Australia, Canadian and Australian used to be fairly similar. But the signal is running downhill. Is that right? Okay, that's good. No problem. So yeah, that's what my electricity cost for the year was. Now I'm only one person. I'm living in a 46 square meter condominium here, and you know, the bill fluctuates, so I can go through and show you. Like the highest bill for a month, because we pay every month here, was 956 Thai baht. Okay, so that was the highest, whereas the lowest was 394. It's averaging around about 500. That's Thai baht. Okay, it's about 33 US to the Thai baht. I think it is in US. You can calculate it, but either way, it's cheap. And of course, the water. So we pay water as well for the water rates here. My water bill here for the whole year was 32 US dollars. 32 US dollars. So yeah, it's very cheap water here. Hello, David. Welcome. G'day there, mate. And so yeah, as I was saying, if I've gone from 1580 per day down to 570 per day for electricity, but turning my heater off and instead wearing thermal gear. Yeah. Okay. That's a big difference if you're willing to do that. Sure. I think the biggest thing for electricity in my place would probably be the computer or the fridge. It's only a small refrigerator, but that's probably using a bit. The computer setup here, even though when I'm not here, I turn the computer off, and at night time when I'm sleeping, I turn it off, so everything's shut off. But when I'm working on the modeling and stuff, I have the computer running, I have the laptop running, I have a microphone, camera, a second monitor, and my bright light, which probably burns through the power a bit, over my model table. So that contributes a bit. But I'm not worried. The bill's that cheap. I don't need to worry about saving power. I won't use the air conditioning that often. There are some very hot days that will come up in April that you know, we hit the 40 degrees close to, where you just got to cool down the place before you sleep at night. I never leave it running all day or anything like that. Usually when the sun goes down at about 2 hours before I go to sleep, I'll switch on the aircon, cool the place down, then go to sleep, and turn it off when I go to bed. So that's the best way. But anyway, that's nothing to do with modeling. Let's talk about modeling. So as you guys know, I started the Spitfire. First video went out. I hope you liked it too, because it came out really well. Very clear audio in the video and image. The program I use, Filmora, has an AI update into it now, where it goes along the timeline and adjusts my audio to studio quality. It's fantastic. It blocks out all the background noise, and just makes you sound as it should. So, and it saves me a lot of time and mucking around, because every time I would go into the program and start editing a video, I'd have to redo all the settings. And of course, as you speak, you know, every now and then you're looking down, you're looking around, you're moving your voice away from the microphone and changing it. But this just evens things out, makes it so much better. And then there's a color as well for the video, just trying to get that color palette just right across there so it's nice and a clear picture. So I think there's a bit of an improvement in all of that. The cockpit is coming along really, really well. I've done the second video, which will come out, boy, when did I have that planned to come out? What day is it even? That's tomorrow. In about 24 hours from now, part 2 of the video will be out. And you'll see where I'm up to pretty much right now. But I'll give you, because you guys went to the trouble to watch the live stream, yeah, you guys get a bit of a heads up. So, yeah, thank you. Hello, Alan, yes. Yeah, you know what it was? I'll tell you what it was, and I fixed the problem. It's been like this for a long time. What I was doing was, I have a Seagate external hard drive here, right? And I would plug it in USB into my laptop, which I'm doing my recordings through OBS Studio on. And the recordings, as I'm recording, are going to that Seagate external hard drive, right? That was the big mistake, because the quality and the smoothness of it going through a USB port into an external hard drive was crap compared to recording straight onto the actual laptop solid state drive directly. There was no frame rate issues, it was all smooth, and because it was fast. And the reason I never did that before was because the SSD in my laptop isn't very big, and I can't store much on it, you know, and definitely not the size of the videos. So what I do now is I record straight onto the laptop. It just goes straight to the laptop onto the SSD, and then when I've done all the recordings for that particular video I want to put out, then I copy them over to the SSD, unplug it, plug it into my desktop, and then I go into Filmora and do all my editing. Okay, and through that I get better, smoother frame rates, and everything's right. You watch the latest videos, the Spitfire build, this is all done that way, and it's making a big difference. Hobby Time, by the way, for those who don't know, it was sort of like we're doing like a buddy build, so he's doing one as well. And I need, Mr. Hobby Time, need to send me some pictures, all right, so I can show them. Not just on my phone show them, I can actually bring up on my computer and show them properly on the screen there, and we can see where you're up to. Okay, so if you can do that next week, before next week, send me some photos that I can show everybody and see. But we'll have a look at what I'm up to here in a second. Excuse me. Yeah, thanks, mate. It is. That's what it was. You know, all this time I was thinking, oh, I don't have enough RAM. I need to upgrade the RAM. I've only got 8 GB of RAM in my laptop. You know, I've got to put another 8 in it. Which I did on my, what do you call it? I did that on my PC, and that made editing so much better. I doubled the memory in my PC, and now my editing is so much faster. It's fantastic. But OBS recording for my video is more CPU than RAM. It's more CPU usage, and directly onto the SSD. So yeah, it works better. So there we go. We got a tip here. Thanks, Gary. Tip for the canopy: paint it the interior. Hang on. Tip for the canopy: paint it the interior color first before priming the plane. Canopy. Okay, as it will give you the correct framing color when looked from outside inwards. Tip for the canopy. Paint it you don't paint the canopy, right? You mean the cockpit? It's before priming the plane. Okay, okay. I think I get that. And hello, Alan, by the way. Everyone's saying hello. Yeah, get better idea there, Peter. We'll send them tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, good. Excellent, mate. Good. When you've masked it. Okay. Oh, the canopy frames. Oh, I haven't even looked at that. I never even thought about they have the frames on them. Oh, geez. Yeah, it does come with the masks. That's what those yellow things are for. Oh, all right. Let me show you. Let me just see. I hope the camera's going to pick this up, but I'm going to show you guys. First, I'll show you the side of the cockpit, which I've done, which is like this. Let's see if the camera's going to behave. It's definitely where, oh no, it did almost scan in there, but you can see there, okay, that's looking okay. Look, that's, my fingers are more focused than the actual camera's pretty crap, isn't it? There we go. It's a little bit fuzzy, but there you go, you can see. All right, so that's come up nice, right? That's come up nice. Tell me, are they oxygen bottles? Are they oxygen bottles there? It's like I'm at 480p, not 720, right? I can't do 1080 without paying for StreamYard. I'm not going to do that. But it seems like I did check the setting. I am at 720. All right. So that's one wall of it done. They are oxygen. Hey, got that right. Good. And now this looks pretty cool. Wait for it. Let's get this up and have a look and turn it around. Check that out. Can you see that? There we go. So there's our cockpit with our seat and frame in there. All right. I'm going to try and get that to work. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus, does it? Bastard. Look at that. There we go. There we go. So that's looking pretty cool, eh? Right? You'll see I drilled out all the little holes in that frame around there. And I've also drilled out the one that sits back a bit further. I'm working on that at the moment. Okay. And for instance, there's that piece there. All right. That has some of the tiniest little holes. See them? Thank God for the Icky Sticky drill bits. They're like 0.3 millimeter holes in there I drilled. Okay. So I got them done. That was good. Now this looks pretty cool. Well, I'll show you this. All right, wait for it. Here it comes. I'm just going to pick this up carefully. All right. You won't be able to tell, but you've probably seen this. So there's our, all right, instrument panel's the word I want. In the video, I'll probably call it a console or something else, but there's our instrument panel. That's actually focused pretty good, considering how small it is. Look at that. And there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers to that to make that up. So I'm really happy the way that come up. So I'm enjoying my first aircraft build. I really am. Yeah. No, it's not. The head's not in back to front, as that's the headrest. No, it's not. It's not. Is it? You've got to be kidding me. It's not the headrest, surely. Because, let me check. Let me check. No, there's one on the. They haven't done the front one yet, I'm sure. Let me check. I'm just trying to see where that piece is that went on. Like that. Yeah, it's that. It's that way. Yeah, there it is. Where are we? There it is there, you see. It's hard to see, but that part there, all right, is going on there, which is that piece turned around. Okay, because on the next page, where is it? Over here, we have the piece that you're talking about there. There it is there. That's the actual headrest that goes on there. Okay, so there it is going on there. So there's one on both sides. There's one on the front and one on the back. Whatever that is at the back, I don't know. Okay, I think I'm right. I hope I'm right. Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't done that. I'm not up to that on the instructions yet. I still have to put that in yet. I haven't even done the harnesses. This is where I'm up to now. I've just finished that. I haven't got down to there yet. So, yeah, the headrest is still to go on. What else we got? But it can be a little bit tricky, these instructions, because sometimes they show parts where they go on, and then in the next picture showing the next part of the instructions, it might not show those parts on there. You know, so, and of course, there's no steps. Right through all the instructions, there's no step 1, step 2, step 3, nothing. It's just laid out page by page. So you just start at the top left corner and work your way down. And as I do, I cross everything off as I go to make sure that nothing is missed. But yeah, that definitely goes on there like that. Yeah. Just triple checking because you got me thinking now. Yeah. I'm just trying to check. See, there is. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. Look, worst comes to worst. I think I can check it out. I think I could turn it around, but I think we'll see. I think I could fix that if it is. All right, Hands there. Hey, how are you, mate? But yeah, it's correct. You got me worried there for a second. And obviously, if it was a mistake, it'd be like, oh, geez, I can't hide that. You picked it out that quick. There we go. Here we go. Paul's just sent me a picture. He's going to make me freak out now. And yes, so Paul has, yeah, that's right. Where are we? Where was that picture I saw? Going down to there is, yeah. So that's it, Paul. What you sent me a picture of is that. All right, that going on there. Yeah. But on the previous page, there's one similar thing on the other side. It's a different piece, but it's on the other side. Yeah. So, but I can't see in your picture if you've got it. But then again, you might have built a different version of the aircraft too, which has different parts. For instance, I don't have that steel plate on mine because my pilot didn't have any of that protection, that armor protection on the back of his seat. So all that, where is it? Where is it? this piece here, see this piece, this whole armor piece, that's not even on my aircraft. I left that off because it wasn't on it. He didn't have that. Along with, there's a triangular piece. There it is there at the top, on the back, the protectives, the back of him at the top. I don't have that either. Yeah, it was, yeah, pretty scary to be flying an aircraft like that. So, okay, what else we got? Battle of Britain. It's quite a time. Douglas Bader flew with 2 prosthetic legs. Yeah, but he, that's right. But he had that, his legs amputated in an accident or something, didn't he? And then he went back and flew again. But he wasn't originally flying with prosthetic legs, was he? Tin legs. When he got shot down in France, he had to leave one of the legs behind in the cockpit. Through the Red Cross, the Germans asked for a replacement to be parachuted in. Wow, yeah. He put a plane down somewhere in Belgium, and he had to trek for 19 hours. It was somewhere around the I read the history. It's all right here. He's all right in here. I'm doing aircraft is E. The Belgian beach. Yeah, he landed on a Belgian beach, but managed to get back after a 19-hour trek after the evacuation of Dunkirk ended. Quite a bit of history there. So, yeah. Interesting. What else we got? I make notations all over my instructions, colors, stripes, dates, and crossouts. Yeah. What I do is I tend to, where are we? Hey, Bilge is sending me stuff too. Is for parts, when I put them off, cut them off the sprue, I circle them on the instructions. Okay. When I've painted it, I put a line through it, and when it's actually on the aircraft or on the model, I put another line through it so it's crossed out as well. That's why you'll see with my instructions, there'll be the parts are circled and with an X through them, which means that I've got the piece, I've painted the piece, and I've put the piece on. It's all good. And I'm just looking, there's a few things I haven't crossed. And the paint colors, I put a line through them when I've painted them. Those instructions are so tiny on that. I downloaded the file off, the PDF file off Scalemates. That helps. I can bring it up on the computer and see it a lot clearer. So, yeah, he crashed a bulldog when he lost his legs. Right, yeah. Okay. Hey, Jim. Lost me signal. Yeah, doing my live stream. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there too. That was on my phone, so that was a different situation. And I have to work out what's going on there. But yeah, nice, amazing little cafe shop I did a live stream from on the other channel. It's good. Nice. For those who don't know, all you need to do is type in, let me have a look. I'm going to show you a picture of the coffee shop I was at. Did I take any photos? Oh, I don't know. But it's called Bangkok or Bannock Coffee Roasters was the name of the place. And they had these little chairs out down by the jungle on a riverside. You can sit there and have coffee. A little bit of a dam set up there. You can see that. There we go. Unplug that, you can see better. There we go. There it is there. Well, pretty cool, eh? Damn camera. There we go. Yeah. And there's a bit of the masking work I did doing that wall of the cockpit. I had to do those parts black I just masked around there a little bit just in case I slipped with the brush. We don't want a brush slip, do we? A brush slip. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Especially at 4:30 in the morning. Everyone's saying hello to Jim from Chicago. It's 0 degrees in Chicago right now. Gosh. And you sent me one, did you? Okay, I'll have a quick look. Hey, isn't this live stuff great? Let's go. We got Bill sent me something. What's that? On Facebook. Well, that took me to the wrong thing, didn't it? What's going on there? Something wrong with that link there, Bill. But anyway, we'll try and hit that again. It's just going to Facebook and not to what your post is that you wanted to. Let's see. Hobby time. Oh, yes. Geez, you're way ahead of me. Are you? Yeah. We'll have a quick look at that. No, it would turn around, wouldn't it? It's going to behave. Come on, phone. Show the picture. Yeah, sort of. There we go. That's nice and clear. There we go. There's Hobby Times. Spitfire. Very good. He's going to finish that well before me. And I thought I was going working quick. Which version are you doing? Which version are you doing? That looks nice. Yeah. See, you're not following the instructions. You're jumping ahead. You got the whole main fuselage out there. Hey? You got the whole fuselage painted up there as well. Well, at least primed. Yeah. Anyway, that's good. That's good. Let me close that. Close that. And notification, close that. And we're good. All right. AK paint pens. Really? All painted with AK paint pens. Okay. That's cool. Excuse me. Yeah, I've got a few Posca pens and others up there, but I don't have a big range. But yeah, what I'm up to now is doing the foot controls, right? Rudder, I guess. Yeah, so I'm up to doing, if you can see that, all this at the moment. So I've got these parts painted up. Then I'm going to cut those off and replace them with the photo etch, the metal parts, which are what he slips his shoe into, I guess, his boot into. So that they'll be, and then they'll go down in there. All right. And I've done that now. Most of that's done. I've still got the sight, the crosshairs sight to put on. That's photo etch piece, but the part's painted up, so I've just got to put that photo etch on that. And also there was another part that isn't on my aircraft, so I don't even know what that is actually. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. This. Yeah, I don't know what that is. In fact, I don't know. I'm not even sure where that part even goes, unless that's an alternative. Because again, we've got the different aircraft here. See, I'm doing aircraft E build, and none of these markings here, these settings have E. So if you were to follow this instructions by what it says here, my aircraft didn't even have a gun sight mounted on the top of that display panel, which it can't be right. It has to have one. And there's a few question marks in there too, but that's only optional to use photo etch or plastic part. But there's a question mark right in the middle there, and I don't know whether it refers to this or this. You know, what's that question mark? Because question mark means option. Well, I don't know what's the option. I'm watching a few builds of the Spitfire on YouTube, and there's one there where they're doing a whole restoration and some good shots of the cockpit that I can see and work out. Like, I didn't know what that lever was over on his right-hand side. There's a big black handle that comes up, and that's actually for the landing gear. They have to manually pump the landing gear to lower it and raise it. But so, which you guys all know that, I'm sure. So yeah, the gun sight. Yeah, I'll figure it out. And then of course I've got to go back and do the harnesses. So this needs to go on the shoulder harnesses, which threads through the back of the seat and then goes over to the back. And then there's this piece here. I think it's that one. Yeah, where the harness will thread. I think it's that one. No, that's the console, right? That's where the console light display goes on. There's that piece there. There it is. The one that I did the small holes in. That metal frame. That's where the rear seatbelt carries through. But the seatbelts look really good. The photo etch is really nice. They're already colored. You just put them straight on, and they're fantastic. So I'm just gonna, yeah. God, I just realized I sound like Donald Trump then. Yeah, and they're fantastic. Yeah, and they're fantastic. That's one of the things he says. I've got to stop saying that. Yeah, they're fantastic. They really are. He has no clue, like I probably don't. Find ZPA in your paint guide. That's the one I'm doing. Sailor Milan's aircraft. Oh, okay. ZP-A in the paint guide, really? I could even read the thing. Are we sure you're building the same one? There's no ZPA. They're all MMP mission models and all this. You know, when I say which one are you doing, it's like, which one is there? There's H, I, G, F, all the different versions of the different pilots. McKellar, Catterick, Robert, Stanford, Tuck. Which one are you doing? Stanley Locke, Cecil Unwin, Philip Villiers, are all there. Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah, I'll sort it out. I'll sort it out. Yeah. So, excuse me. Yeah. This part here is that's where the display dashboard, console, digital, you know, where all these gauges are, that part sticks onto that. Yeah, that's why it's not painted green. The green part's the rest of it. All the other sides there. There is a little piece that's going to go in that little notch there as well. It's all good. I'm enjoying this. The only part I'm nervous about, really, is when I join the two fuselage halves together, will they be a good fit? because I want them to be a really nice fit. It's a bulkhead. Thank you, Paul. I knew Paul's there to back me up. So yeah, I'm hoping that the two sides of the fuselage go together really nicely. The really last thing I want to do is have to fill gaps. Not my best at doing that. In fact, I'm terrible at doing that. I do have some Tamiya filler if I need it. So. But yeah, it's yeah, the canopy. I'm looking at the canopy. It's going to be open canopy, of course. When you got a cockpit like that, why would you have it closed? So I definitely want it to be open. All right. Oh, my coffee is good. Just checking my phone. We're all fine. All good. So next week on the live stream, we'll get some of you guys on the stream as well, because we'll be celebrating my 12 months of living here in Thailand. That's the not the longest I've ever been out of the country, been out of Australia before, but it's certainly the longest I've been in one country. The longest before that I spent was almost 6 months in India. But that was just backpacking. That was nothing like this. So I intend on doing a video all about how I survived the first 12 months living in Thailand. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to the next 12 months or so. Well, certainly a lot longer than that. And doing this aircraft is really good. It's certainly not going to be my last aircraft. I really enjoy all that finer detail work. There's actually a decal I put in there too. You probably didn't see it. It's tiny. But there was one decal that went on the side panel of that cockpit. And I think there's a few more to come up shortly too. I'm just checking. Yeah. So there's optional decal. Well, it's confusing. There's that instrument panel. I've got it right then. I got it right then. The instrument panel is like that. It's black. It's got color. There's nothing to paint. It just goes all together like that. Looks good. And yet there are optional decals. A whole stack of instrument panel decals that are optional there. You see all the numbers? Where do they go? Why would you even use them? They don't go anywhere on the instrument panel because the instrument panel is already full. So I don't know. So there's no decals to worry about there. Oh yes, there's a decal down there, but again, another optional decal down on that part. That's behind the dashboard. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. But there's an optional decal, PE5. Yeah. Oh, photo etch 5. So there's photo etch on there as well. I'm taking a guess, but I'm thinking that because it sits on the bulkhead there and the display is on the other side facing the pilot. I think that could be a compass. What do you reckon? I think that there is meant to be a compass with a glass. The photo etch might be the glass top, and the decal may be the decal for a compass. I'm just saying. And there's also, what's that one there? Yeah, reverse side. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. First time I built an Edard model. Wayne's there. Where's Wayne? There he is. Everyone's saying hello. Wayne Saunders. Hey, buddy. welcome. What was this one? So does that mean there's 12 months of Padstow dust on your ship bills? Yeah, I know there is. Yep, there certainly is. So yeah, good evening to you. Sorry, I'm thinking of the instructions. Forget that. What else we got here? Do you reckon Pete should do the 1/24th version next pool price log? Yeah, I will definitely. I think I would like to do a larger aircraft. Yeah, the 148 small, but you know, yeah, I would do a larger one. I don't know which one, but I think Paul mentioned it once before. Those decals are for the plastic instrument panel. Okay. Plastic instrument panel. All right. I get it. What's he got here? The decal option G is the one I am doing. Decal option G. Yeah. Oh. Option G. There's no letters. Decal option G. Are you sure you're building the same one? Show me your instruction book. Show me your box cover. Are we doing the same aircraft? Because there are no decal decal option G. There's aircraft option G, which is the Adolf Geisberg Milan. That's that one. Are you doing, that's it there. No, top left of the page. I don't know. We'll talk. We'll talk. Eh? I'll give you a ring this afternoon like I did last time, about the same time, 5 p.m. I think you're 7 hours behind. So a bit later in the morning, give you a chance to have your breakfast, and I'll give you a call. All right, and we'll compare notes. We'll compare notes. 12 months, and Pete has not found himself a lady to live in with. Who's an artist and good at painting graphics? Mate, I'm not even looking for 12 months of being single over here has been fantastic. I'm enjoying this. I'm not looking up. I'm happy to stay as I am for another 2 years at least. Another 2 years at least. Here we go. The compass goes under the panel, Pete. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's fine. Jim, there he is. Take your time, Pete. My one and only Edo kit was a Spitfire, and studying each step helped me understand better before I put glue to parts. Yeah, yeah. I spend a lot of time studying each part and trying to work it out, and it's okay. Yeah, it's all fine. In fact, I'm thinking like I'd like to get. The decals concern me. The decals on the finished painted aircraft. I hope they go down well. I really do. There's a lot of them, especially all the wing markings. There's tons. You know. Yeah, there's tons. Yeah, Sailor Milan, Pete. Okay, it's a strange name, isn't it? Sailor Milan. 74 Squadron. Reinforced their Spitfires in February 1939. That's why he has that metal plating armor around him in the seat. South African Sailor Milan, who was truly a sailor, it says here. Okay. Battle of the Barking Creek incident. Oh, okay. Well, he was accidentally shot down by 2 hurricanes. Oh, geez, that'd be no good. Yeah, interesting. That's cool. He died in 1963 at the age of 53. Ah, okay. He was an opponent of the apartheid in South Africa, became a farmer when he retired in 1946. 16 confirmed kills. Oh, at the end of his career, he had 27 and 7 shared kills. So there you go. You can have shared kills if you weren't the only one to put a bullet in the enemy's plane. Who else we got? We got someone else. MP's there. The MP model plastic. G'day to you. Hello, everybody. Hi, Manuel. Everyone's saying good evening and good morning or whatever. Wow. If you look at the second pic I sent you, Pete, you can see the compass behind the control column. You sent me a second picture, did you? Let's have a look. Go across. Scroll. Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Right. That's not your model, is it? That's the real plane, right? Surely. I know you're good, but really? You're not that good, right? That looks like a real plane, all right? You tried to trick me, didn't you? I know you're good, but yeah, okay, yeah. So it is. There's the compass. I was right. Here we go. That's a good picture to have, though, isn't it? That looks really good. That's good reference there. Man, that's a busy cockpit. There's a lot more on the side there too. If I really wanted to, I could add some extra wiring and so forth on that side, on the side panel. But this is my first plane. Look, I've got it's 2 planes in the box, so I could build it again, couldn't I? I could build one of the other versions and go all out with more detail, you know? You know what would be cool? And tell me, is there any model manufacturer out there that has ever done this, right? But have a complete kit model of just cockpit, hey? Just a cockpit in, say, one, or obviously a big scale cockpit. Is there? That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Because that looks like, so far, that's the best part, I think, is doing the cockpit. That's a great photo there, Paul. That's really handy. Interior of the real Spitfire. I read that now. Yes, he was a sailor, though. It does say he was a sailor. Yeah. You should see the stencil sheet for the Buccaneer I'm building. That's without the marking decals. Really, yeah? Gosh. That's the real plane. Yes, it is. Excellent. That's cool. Yeah. Have they ever, let me know, they build out like a model of just a cockpit? Italari did a cockpit of the Lockheed Starfighter. Okay. And they do a F-16 and an F-104 cockpits. See, that'd be a nice build, wouldn't it? Geez, the detail work in that. That would be really, really good. That's the sort of thing. It's like when I do the Formula One cars, the engine, doing the engines on those, all the little details in that, spark plug leads and everything. And yeah, I really like doing that. But not too small. Like this scale is just, no, that ridiculous. But you need to do a good size. I don't know what scale it would be, but you know, Let's see. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a lot of detail work, wouldn't it? It'd be a lot of decals. It's like they do the, you know, just the turrets. You can do turrets and so forth. What were those? Like James did a turret from the Yamato or one of the big guns. Tacom do some individual sections of the ships. You can do. I even saw a model of an anchor once. Someone has seen that. Yeah, an anchor. Make a good doorstop. That's about all. But yeah, cockpit. Yeah. Finish my coffee. Mm. Yeah. So yeah, so today I'll do those foot rudder controls on the bottom. I'll do that harness for the shoulder harness. I'll put that on, and that should be fine. I'll just have to bend that right. I don't want to glue it down onto the seat because that's already painted. So if I can bend that so that it just sits in there right, then I can glue it at the back where it's going to sit on that, go through that frame. It only needs one attachment point. That seat, that pilot seat, that fits in there so snugly that there was no need to even glue it. For those who have come in late and didn't see it, there it is there. You can see the lap belts there, and you know, I didn't actually glue it down onto the seat. I glued it. There we go. You see there. Yeah, I didn't glue it on the seat. I glued it underneath, so it's held there in place. Be good, camera. Come on. Sort of. There we go. Yeah. But a larger scale would be good because it's pretty tiny for sure. Yeah. Pop that back. And those were oxygen cylinders, so that's good. I'm glad I got that right. There's still a lot more bits and pieces to go in that area there. 132 scale Phantom next. Yeah, you think so? 132 scale Phantom. Who builds that? What's the brand of that? Is that a Tamiya kit? I should go with a Tamiya kit, shouldn't I? Let me do a quick search. 1-32 scale Phantom. F4 Phantom. Let's see what comes up. Tamiya. Academy. Probably Tamiya. F4J Phantom 2 Marines 132. That looks nice, hey? Modern aircraft. Oh yeah, look at that. I've seen. Yeah. God, the weathering on that would be so tough. I haven't even thought about the weathering on the Spitfire. But yeah, that looks really nice. God, look at all the decals on that. Decals, whatever you want to call them. Wow. We've got 2 canopies, 2 cockpits. Yeah, you think? I'd do that, eh? We could build that. I don't know. Eh? And in 17, got RAF version 48th, but doing the Gulf War version. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, cockpits. That's right. I'll have a look. Cockpits. There it is. Oh, you got some eBay ones there. Yeah, all right. I'll have a look at them. Oh, yeah. That looks F-16 cockpit model, £42. Wow. See, that looks incredible, doesn't it? Look at the detail in there. Look at that. That's a really nice piece, isn't it? That would look fantastic on say 1/12 scale. Okay, what's the other one? And the 104G fighter cockpit, fully detailed, 112 Italeri, around about the same price, and that looks pretty good too. Hey, how realistic is that? Look at that. Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to paint all those dials. I'm sure they're decals or they're already built into the parts that go on there, but that's nice. Revell and Tamiya do them. Yeah, only 300 stencils. Gosh, yeah. Could you imagine? Zukimori, I believe. Ah, okay. Yep. Zukimori was a great 148 build. Yeah. There's a Lancaster cockpit model, large scale. But I reckon that would be pretty large, wouldn't it? That looks pretty good. That looks good. There's one thing straight away that jumps out that I don't like. Is what's with the harnesses? Huh? Look at that. They look plastic, right? Surely they're material. They just look plastic. You'd have to fix that up. Yeah. I don't know if that's too accurate, the color and everything on the harnesses, but still, the details there. Looks all right. 7 of 7. Yeah. You could even put like a light behind the panel, light it up a little bit, couldn't you? Yeah. Oh well. There you go. Let me get through the Spitfire first. Then I'll move on to others. Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to go and have some breakfast, and I've finished my coffee, but I've got some water here. And then I'm going to have a quick look at the instructions, and I'm actually up to putting that instrument panel on and getting that part and getting those together. So I might get to work on some more of this. But the part 2 of the video will come out tomorrow in about 24 hours from now. Okay, you can watch that. So, and that gets up to where we're at now. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna finish up. Give you all a chance to say goodbye to each other. Didn't see Paul. What happened to Jeff? There was no Jeff. I'll have to message him. I'll have to make sure everything's okay. Usually he would let me know if he couldn't make it before the live stream. But I'm sure he's just been busy building his models. We'll see. So let me just go back to there. We want to find our exit bit of music stuff. Good. I can take the chat off. There we go. Hands there. Hey, buddy. Popping in at the end. Cheers, mate. 10 past 10 p.m. Yes, we'll go to sleep. Go to sleep. Every day's the weekend for me here. It's Monday. Monday is just a extension of Sunday. Oh, where are we? There it is. Exit there. All right, we're good. We're good. All right. Thanks all. Thanks for the tips. Thanks for giving me some ideas of what I'm going to build next. but I want to work through and get this done first. And Mr. Hobby Time, if you're, I'll call you this afternoon. I'll call you in about 12 hours. Okay, I'll buzz you in about 12 hours. All right, I'll message you first. Okay, and then we can, yeah, talk, compare things. All right. And don't forget, next week I'll put a link up. You guys can come and join me. So get your cameras all primed up and ready. And you can join me on my 12th anniversary or 1 year anniversary of being over here in Thailand, building models. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cheers all. Have a good one. Bye for now.